And then there's GHKCU. It actually has copper. It's a copper peptide complex that accelerates wound healing, stimulates collagen production, and reduces inflammatory markers throughout the body. But primarily, this is used for skin rejuvenation. It's used a lot of times in cosmetic practices. We actually use it also, but it helps with wound healing, but it also helps with rejuvenating the skin and increasing collagen. And then there's MOTC, this mitochondrial energy. Your mitochondria, these little energy factories, it's like the Georgia Power. That's what we have here. It's like the power company of your cells. And mitochondria, they are very important in energy production, and stress really does damage to the mitochondria and all types of environmental influences. And really, they think mitochondrial, and this is a well-respected theory, that mitochondrial dysfunction is actually the cause of many cancers. So keeping your mitochondria healthy is very important for energy and also prevention of some very serious diseases. So mitochondrial derived peptide that improves metabolic flexibility, enhances insulin sensitivity, and promotes cellular energy production. So that's a very important one. So once you get your report, we do this in phases, because some of these are injections, and we can actually put them together and where you're not injecting yourself as much. And it's just a sub-Q injection, just like the GLP-1s. And so you would do this, and they have different protocols. Some of them are twice a week. Some of them are once a week. Some of them are every day. So that's why you kind of do it in phases, so you don't get too overwhelmed. And then there's BPC 157, and this is a very common one with athletes. I've seen, I have a professional football player, a couple of them that come to the office, and they use BPC 157. But it's body protection compound that accelerates healing of gastrointestinal issues, reinforces gut and brain axis communication. But actually, BPC 157, it can almost help repair anything. Joint damage, muscle damage. It's really one of these, and all four of these are kind of the foundational peptides that most people could benefit from. And it's all about repair and energy production, telomere length. Everybody could benefit from that. It's not necessarily something targeted for one person, but we're going to get into some more targeted ones in just a second. So this would be phase 2, trying to promote hormone balance and normalize metabolism. So after establishing cellular repair, those foundational peptides, phase 2 would be trying to optimize hormonal and metabolic efficiency. So CJC 1295 and ipamorelin, these are growth hormone secretagogues. So again, it's not like giving you growth hormone. It just makes your body make growth hormone in a better, more efficient manner that stimulates natural pulsatile release patterns. It causes improved recovery, lean muscle mass preservation, and enhanced cellular repair during sleep. I told you a lot of things happen during sleep, and you want to make sure you're sleeping well. Now, tesofensine, it's a triple monoamine, and that just means it has 3 peptides, 3 amino acids. It's a triple monoamine reuptake inhibitor, dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. So this is really like a natural antidepressant. It enhanced metabolic rate, improved neurotransmitter balance, and appetite regulation. So this is important to try and maintain your weight. Thymosin alpha-1 is very important because it supports the immune system. Thymic peptide that modulates immune response and T cell maturation. And this is what protects you against cancer, it's T cells. The benefits are age-related immune decline, reversal, and improved cellular defense mechanisms. And again, you're trying to defend yourself against cancer cells or any kind of immunological attack. Thymosin alpha-1 helps with that. So I think we'll do one more slide before we go to the break. So next, you want to protect the brain, and low-level inflammation can be a real problem with the brain. And I try and give you an analogy is that You know how you feel when you are kind of about to get the flu or the cold? You feel like you're dragging a little bit. Your brain seems a little bit foggy. Well, that's low level inflammation that can be caused by several things. But you want to try and decrease inflammation to protect your brain. And I told you how important sleep is. And there's a peptide called DSIP, Delta Sleep Inducing Peptide. It gives you better sleep and stress control. It helps you get deeper sleep, which is vital for cell repair. It also balances stress hormones that can make you age faster if they are out of control. And I told you, stress is a part of every ailment there is. I keep talking about that study that says 75 to 90% of all visits to primary care physicians are for stress-related complaints or disorders. And again, that was a study done 20 years ago. Now I'm sure that stress is related to 95% of all of the problems that we see in primary care. KPV is another peptide. It targets the gut and lung inflammation, a powerful natural compound that greatly reduces inflammation in areas like your gut and your lungs. And an inflamed gut is a leaky gut, and leaky guts cause inflammation. So you're trying to get it at the core. Let's try and repair the gut so that we can decrease the inflammation that could cause problems with our brain and our cognition. And then cerebrolysin is a great peptide that I use all the time, and it's becoming harder and harder to find. But it is a mix of brain boosting substances that help grow new brain cells. And I was taught in medical school 30 years ago that you couldn't regrow new brain cells, but you can, and improve connections between them, helping to fight memory loss and keep your brain sharp. I love cerebrolysin, and hopefully I can still get it for my patients. But it's used in traumatic brain injury and dementia and any kind of cognitive decline, because what it's allowed to do is that if you have a damaged part of the brain, it's able to go around it and make new connections around the damaged part of the brain. So it's great. It's a great, and it's been proven to work. It's been around for a long time. And so again, it's great. I just hope I can continue to obtain it, because a lot of times things that are outside the norm but are proven, sometimes powers that be try to restrict your availability because they're too interested in promoting their protocols for these problems. So anyway, it's break time. I kind of went over, and then these are peptides. I think I got one more phase because this is like a fourth phase program, and then we'll just talk about some things that anybody can do to lengthen their telomeres. You don't necessarily have to do all this. This is if you really want a targeted approach, but there's just some general things that you can do to extend your life, your health span, so that it meets your lifespan. So let's go to a break.
We are going to a quick break, so stay with us as we explore the Ageless Blueprint right here on W4HC Radio and Talk4 TV. An ancient secret with a modern twist for better health and vitality. Dr. Taylor will be right back. Taking care of your health shouldn't mean taking a handful of pills every day. At Taylor MD Formulations, they create doctor-developed supplements that combine the best natural ingredients so you get the results you need with fewer pills. Taylor MD Formulations is backed by science, designed for real life with real results. Less pills, better health, doctor approved. Shop now at TaylorMDFormulations.com and discover smarter supplements for smarter health. That's TaylorMDFormulations.com. We are back for more of Ageless Blueprint. Once again, let's join Dr. Taylor for more insights and research on the ancient secret to better health and a better life in modern times. Here's your host, Dr. Eldred Taylor.
All right, we're back, and we're talking about living an ageless life by making our health span equal our lifespan. We want to make sure that we are healthy and our brain is working, our gut is working, everything is working like it's supposed to, so that we can stay healthy and productive and vital for our entire life. So we just talked about the brain. Let's go here. All right, here we go, right here. Lifestyle synergy, how your daily habits boost anti-aging. Now, a special peptide plan works even better when combined with smart lifestyle changes that help your body repair itself at the cellular level. So one of these is, well, let's talk about eating, because that's probably the most important. Now, I changed my nutritional habits, and I've primarily gone to a plant-based diet. And I'm going to tell you, you get to a point where meat becomes distasteful to you. I mean, I don't long for a steak. I don't long for chicken. Even if when I see it, it almost, I won't say it doesn't disgust me, but I have no feelings that I want to eat meat. We eat, and a lot of times people think that when you say a plant-based diet, that you're eating salads 24/7. That's not the case. There's all kinds of things you can make with plants. There's, with beans and all these different vegetables, and it expands your horizons, because really to be healthy, you need to eat a variety of foods. And I tell you, one thing that really got me on a plant-based diet is seeing my cancer patients come in, and almost all of them said, I stopped eating meat. I stopped eating meat. And then I started investigating, and meat actually is associated with increased cancer. I mean, it's not a loose association, it's a strong association. And so that was one of the things. And one of the problems with meat is how it's processed. I tell people, if you raise your own cows and you know exactly what they're being fed, and you don't stress them out, and you slaughter them humanely, then maybe that's okay. But very few people have that. But if you live in a rural area and you're able to do that, then fine. But in a city like Atlanta, I don't have enough land out here to have a cow. So I just, I don't know where, where this meat is raised or